Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Real Rivalry. So, today I've got a special guest with me, Kevin, one of my very good friends from high school, who's also a hardcore Chelsea fan. So, Kevin, Chelsea, Manchester United this past weekend clearly wasn't a game for the ages now, was it? Wasn't like one of the classics. What did you make of the game in general?
I wasn't surprised by the result. As I discussed with you on the WhatsApp group, I think it was going to be a 1-0 or a
Right.
nil-nil game. So nothing, extraordinary. It's exactly what I expected. I think United,
Right.
like we've seen in the Big Six games, the stats were there that United haven't scored a goal except for that. I think the
One,
second minute goal
one,
against Tottenham.
yeah, one
So
goal that which was a penalty. Other than that, they've all been like nil-nils or a 1-0 defeat to Arsenal at home. So yeah, we've been pretty disappointing against the big six. Like very, I think we're too defensive. We are just set up to not lose those games. Like even against Chelsea, like one thing that I don't think we played that badly, but it just disappoints me to see that. Like and a draw at Stamford Bridge is always a good result, but still, just the fact that you're not even trying to win the game, it's so obvious that you're happy with a point. That's what disappointed me. So anyway, moving on to Chelsea. Did you feel that you guys did enough to win the game? Should you have gone for it a bit more? Because I didn't think you guys went for it either.
yeah, I think the way it was set up. Most of these Tuchel games I've seen, it's been mostly 1-0s and very defensive uh, kind of games. So I don't
Mm,
think we were set up to win the game. It was more, I would have liked to see Alonso instead of Chilwell because he offers that attacking threat. Because United, while they have a good attack, I don't think.
mm.
I think Ben Chilwell wasn't the right, and we should have also had Timo Werner starting instead of Ziyech, who hasn't done too well under Tuchel. So
Right.
um,
Fair enough. Fair enough. So you thought that a couple of more better attacking options, especially from left wing back, maybe Alonso would have helped, given you that outlet on the left hand side. That would have helped. And Timo hasn't really done anything, but I guess he tried Ziyech out on the right this time to see if he can offer. So he hasn't played much, right, Ziyech? Still, he's just gotten back from injury.
Yeah, he hasn't played too many games under. I think he did start the first game under Tuchel, but I think
Hmm.
also Alonso would have also had added that aerial threat as well. If
Right,
he's playing Giroud, you could have also played Alonso. So and
right.
yeah, I think that would have been could have won the game, maybe 1-0
Something like
with
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Right. So what changes have you seen like from Lampard to Tuchel? I mean, you guys are on a pretty good run. So it's I know that you're not really playing the most attacking football, but what are some of the positives you'd say that you've seen under Tuchel and what would you like to see improved?
I think the defending has definitely improved, and he's not been afraid to kind of bring back some older players, like Aspilicueta and Alonso. I think he's done great with that, and I think he also speaks his mind. If he's not happy with
Hmm.
the player, like with Hudson Odoi, I think you saw that
Yeah,
he took him off,
pretty
but
ruthless.
he brought him back for the Atletico game and United game, so it wasn't like anything against the player. It was just his
Hmm.
attitude for one game, and like I said, he addressed the squad, and I think everybody likes a manager who's kind of
Honest,
upfront
right,
with the squad. So
right,
I think that's something I've seen, and the players also are kind of enjoying that. As
right.
far as attacking is concerned, I think it's still his first few games, so might have to give him maybe another couple of games, and maybe you'll start to see that style that he had with PSG and Dortmund.
Hmm.
The players are certainly there, but I think we need to give him a couple of more games to get the attacking right.
Right, right.
Um,
Attacking side of the game going. Yeah, it always takes a few months really for a manager to instill his philosophy in. So far, I think so far so good for you guys. I would say not bad. From a United standpoint, I would say like where if you can ask me the same question, like what am I happy or unhappy about under Oli, right? I would say like being second is good. Like at the start of the season, if you told me you'll finish second or you'll be second after this many games, I would have taken it because just Liverpool, City, and then what Chelsea did in the transfer window, especially, like you think that we'd be in trouble. But that I'm happy about. But just like I think overall we're too defensive in these big games. I think Ollie needs to kind of evolve his tactics now. This sitting back and counter-attacking thing. It worked last year initially and stuff, but you can't just keep doing that every single big game. Like we did press you guys high coming back to the Chelsea game. Like we did press you guys high in that first half, but the fact of the matter is this: like we never went for it. It wasn't like we were always more careful that let's make sure we don't concede. If we nick a goal, we nick a goal type of thing. And that attitude, I think, needs to change if
What
you
did
want
you
to
think of
progress.
Bruno Fernandes starting? I think not starting. Sorry, he was in the. I think he played in the Europa League, but
That
he
was
looked kind of.
stupid.
I mean, I don't know why they did that. It
Yeah, that
was.
was another foolish decision to like be 4-0 up, Europa League game at home. You're 4-0 up and you're starting Bruno. Like he took him off at halftime, but still, like just don't play him, play the kids. So of course he was a little jaded, but so that was another bad decision by Oli. I would say that he could have
I mean, you
rested him
could see he
better.
was frustrated as well. I mean,
He was
throughout the
so
game, Bruno,
frustrated.
he kept like throwing
Yeah,
his hands up in the air.
right. I mean,
So
he's I don't know for a top quality player like that, like he wants to win, he has that desire to win every game. He doesn't want to go to Chelsea and just sit back and the plan B, let's not concede a goal. So I think
right.
Ollie's gonna have to work these tactics out and moving. He's a true winner, and if United can't live up to his standards, and I'm sad I have to say this now about another player like that, the fact that Manchester United can't live up to his standards, he's going to leave in a year or two. He's going to go to a big club that actually can, is playing attacking football and is trying to win trophies. Like for us, like,
Hopefully, it's not Man City.
oh God, no, that'll never
Yeah.
happen. But anyway, so that's what I thought. Like I think Bruno's and people are blaming Bruno Fernandes. They're saying, oh, he goes quiet in big games, but so does Rashford. So do all our attackers, and that's because of the tactics, right? The tactics are holding them back. Like the tactics are all set up. We're set up to defend well and not, when you play Fred and McTominay in midfield, I know we've had good results with them, but neither of them are creative midfielders. They're not progressive. So the moment you remove Pogba or that midfield too, the only person left that's going to create a chance for us in midfield is Bruno Fernandes. So, and then for a big team to stop one player is not a big deal. Then what are you left with? You're left with Marcus Rashford pulling off something special on the left. That's it. Who else is going to? James has scored 4 goals in an entire year. Like he's not going to do anything really. He's not the most progressive player. Greenwood is a 19-year-old kid, who you need to give him. He's a great finisher, but you need to create chances for him. So in big games, we just don't do that enough, and that's what happened against Chelsea. Like I think Chelsea had one or two good close opportunities. I think it was a cross on from the right by James, and Giroud almost headed that in. Like it was maybe an inch away. I think I can remember that
Yeah.
chance.
Good clearance by what's his name,
Lindelof,
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, yeah, Luke Shaw
Yeah.
was another one, yeah, where he headed
Yeah.
that way, and then
I want to ask you about the penalty. Do you think it was a penalty for you?
see, honestly, like so firstly, I don't think that should ever be given as a penalty, in my opinion, in football. Like it's
Yeah.
just unintentional. He's not trying to hand the ball, right? But in today's day and environment, right? If your hand is up here in the box, his hand is like up here, right? And if the ball hits you, that's a pen in today's environment,
Yeah.
right? Like if your hands literally need to be down by your side, if they're anywhere else and the ball hits your hand, it's a pen. And so it was kind of strange to me that they overturned that, but who even know? What did you think? Obviously, you're a Chelsea fan. I'm
I
sure
mean, by
you.
the rules of the game, yeah. I
As
mean, I
of
wouldn't be
today,
surprised that was a
right?
penalty. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, poor guy, he was just literally trying to grab, I think, Greenwood, and the ball touched him. So, I mean,
Right,
you can't,
exactly.
pretty outrageous. And I think I've seen the polls as well. Most people, I'm sure 43% who voted for that were probably United fans, but the other, I think
Mm,
the neutral fans and maybe Chelsea fans thought it wasn't a penalty. And I think it was the right decision. But I can see why. I remember after
right.
the game, Ole was complaining that you know too
I
many penalties for United, and managers are trying to influence the referee. So
Right. I don't care about that, dude. I never like one penalty. You shouldn't have to rely on. We didn't deserve to win that match, period, in my opinion. Like, that's why I'm not complaining about that one decision. I know it was a big deal, controversial decision, and the FA need to sort this out. They need to sort out the rules. So for next year, it's clear what is a handball versus what's not. I think they've failed to do that. But yeah, disappointing game. So what do you see moving forward, like for Tuchel? Do you think you can get top four?
I think top four is a very realistic. I mean, for us, I think we're not too far away from United. Maybe 5 points. I
6 points, I
think
think.
six
Yeah.
points. Leicester not too far away. I don't think Liverpool are gonna finish in the top four. I think it's going to
Big
be
statement.
I mean, obviously City, United, Chelsea, and Leicester.
Leicester,
I think
maybe.
if they can sort their injuries out, yeah. But or maybe Liverpool. If I guess Jota is back
We
and
can
Van
always
Dijk,
go
so
on a run. Like what would with Liverpool, what scares me is because they are such a good team. Like their position is not true, right? It's a false position. They are the top two. It's them and City, right? Still, like you can't consider them shit because they've had a bad run. But that's what concerns me. They could go on a long run and they are back in the top four easily. So that's what. But if they continue playing the way they are, there's no way they're finishing in the top four. So even I think so. Like I think United, we just need to keep going and like we Palace away next to win that game. Then City on the weekend, okay, you lose, whatever. I'm probably going to lose that game. No one's beating them at the moment. But I hope we can do something. But just win our easy games at least, and I think we'll finish in the top four. I think we've done enough so far that we can stay there. But you never know with us. We can go on a bad run at any time. So
I think that's one of the reasons why United have been drawing these big games is so that they can secure a top four finish. I think that's might have been the target of the board.
I agree.
And
It's a
looking
very
back,
good point.
the fans might say that, oh, these, and everybody might say, oh, these nil-nil games, how stupid for United. But at the end of the season, I think they'll see, okay, this is what got us top four. We held up, we got the points against these big teams, and we beat the small teams. So we're top four. We didn't,
Right.
So,
I think that's a very, very good point, I think. And I think that like it's the both sides to the coin, right? Like, but as a United fan, top four is never really your target, right? Like it's always being closer to the title or being close to the top. Well, top the first team, and by getting nil-nils, like we've given City not that we could have challenged them really, but we've given them a free run. Like we went to Liverpool when they were there for the taking, and we just set up to defend, and it was a nil-nil. And like we just haven't tried. We haven't. I think we could have given it a bit more of a go in these big games, and we just haven't done that. And it's kind of disappointing to see. But I agree. Like for United, like if you ask me, a successful season would have been a top four finish and a trophy. Or if we were still in the Champions League, I would have said Champions League quarterfinals would be enough. But since we're not, I would say a trophy and top four would be good enough, honestly speaking. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Anyways, so thank you for joining me, Kevin.
absolutely.
We'll try to bring you back on one more of these videos, and good luck. You guys take on Liverpool, which is going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Hopefully, it's a couple of goals. I enjoyed the last game last season when it was 5-3. So hopefully something like that.
Something exciting,
But
and not like
I
us.
think we will be much better placed defensively under Tuchel. So I don't think it'll be too many goals. Maybe I would expect it to be a 1-0 or 2-0 kind of game, not too many goals. Because Chelsea have been very solid on Tuchel. I mean, we've not conceded any goals, so I think besides one or two, which is not pretty good record for So.
Right. Okay, cool. We'll see how that goes. All right, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Take care.